Hey everybody, it's Charlene with Bathhouse, and I'm so excited to have you here with the making of our pumpkin butter soap. So the first layer is our pumpkin layer, and we use pumpkin not only because it is a fall favorite, and of course pumpkin spice is all the rage, but because we love the way this pumpkin has a velvety, rich, thick texture that just is full of vitamins. It's excellent for all skin types, and it drenches the skin with a moisturizing lather. I also added some shea butter in there, which is completely opulent. It's totally enveloping, and it just gives a total creamy dimension to the soap. You also saw me pour in our famous pumpkin butter scent, which, as I mentioned before, pumpkin spice is all the rage, but that is not what this soap is about. Our pumpkin butter scent has more of a fruity side to it than a spicy side. So if you're nervous to use it because you have sensitive skin, do not fret. The pumpkin is the main note, but we've added a little apple, persimmon, and it's just a very creamy nutmeg vanilla finish. The top layer of this soap is, oh my God, it's a completely complementative layer to the pumpkin layer. So this is the buttery layer. I put titanium dioxide in it, which gives the soap its milky color. It also adds a little bit of thickening and lubrication to the bar soap and the lather. We mix it up, adding a little more of the pumpkin butter fragrance in, and I just emulsify it until it is ready to pour over the top of the pumpkin layer, which is almost to me like putting icing on cake. This soap is totally foody, and it's definitely food for the skin. So now it's time to pour. So the soap is nice and thick and luscious, and however it plops into the mold is exactly how I keep it. We don't go and try to do specifically straight layers. I want it to be, every bar to be different. I want every bar to look luscious, and this is totally reminds me of like a cake batter. And here we go with that icing layer I was talking about. So the buttery layer that we mixed up a second ago is now drizzled over the top. The pumpkin layer has started to solidify, which gives it a nice, just awesome foundation to pour this buttery top over it. I cannot tell you also how good this smells. Oh my gosh, it's like permeating the entire kitchen, and it's so great, and it's like wet form, but after the soap hardens and cures, it becomes so much more complex, and you actually get a lot more of the fruity notes and just a very small hint of the creamy nutmeg and vanilla. Nothing at all like a spicy spice like you would expect from a pumpkin soap. So now I'm just emptying my buckets. However the soap again lands in the mold is exactly how it stays. So every bar is completely different. I've got a little bit of pumpkin left over from my pumpkin layer in the bucket, so I'm just adding this to the top. It just gives it a nice dimensional and textury look. And then here is my favorite part of soap making, and that is whipping the tops, which is what we're known for. And just like I said, one of my favorite things to do. It is so satisfying to watch, and it is so satisfying to do. And I always say, if I get to a point of retirement and I can't make soap anymore and someone else is the CEO of Bathhouse Soapery, I would just hope that they would allow me just to whip the soap. Just stand there and wait for a soap to be whipped. I'm totally game for that. So now I'm just putting a finishing touch on the top. I'm just sprinkling it with these little, they're actually bits of soap. So I've taken bits of soap and I've dusted them with this coppery, pumpkin-y gold shimmer to just give it a little bit more of an accent and to kind of go with like a fall fragrance color palette. And it just looks so pretty with the orange bottom that's completely naturally colored by the pumpkin and the creamy white milky top colored by the titanium dioxide. So it just gives it a little extra look so that each bar is completely unique and special for you. And here it is, nice and solidified. This is approximately maybe 3 hours after I pour it. Once it solidifies, it starts to take on that beautiful matte look. And then here is everybody's favorite part. We cut the 30-pound slab into loaves or logs. And this is how you will see them displayed in our store. So if you've ever visited one of our boutiques, this is how we have them displayed on the soap tables on pretty cake stands. And this one by far is such a show off. It is so pretty to look at. And oh my gosh, of course, the smell. And then this is how you purchase the soap. We just cut it off the loaf into a slice. The slices are about 1 inch thick and they're 3 inches by 3 inches square. They weigh approximately 5 ounces. So they last, if you're keeping it dry in between uses, could last 2 to 3 weeks. But oh my God, this soap, I hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as I enjoyed making it. And I know you're going to absolutely love the smell. Thank you so much. You guys have a great fall.